Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. This is Hondo Carpenter, and welcome to the Las Vegas Raiders Insider Podcast. I am your host. I am also your Las Vegas Raiders beat writer on SI, and we are glad to be in the midst of a series talking about issues facing the Raiders heading into training camp. Today, we're going to talk about health and rehabilitation. This is a huge area for the Raiders. And we're going to talk about four key players who are coming off injury, who in 2025, if the Raiders are going to get to 9 and maybe even get to 10 wins, they're going to need these four particular players to be well. Excuse me. And so we're going through these series of things, preparing for training camp. And let's look at issue number 4. Let's start with Malcolm Koonce. This is a major deal. Of all the four people I'm going to talk to you about today, this is the biggest one. Malcolm Koonce, and all indications are he's healthy and ready to go. Played well in OTAs and minicamp. I talked to you about him in great detail. But in 2023, when Josh McDaniels got fired and Antonio Pierce literally turned Patrick Graham loose, Malcolm Koonce blossomed. He played like an absolute all-pro stud. He was phenomenal. And then all last offseason, terrific in OTAs and mini camps, actually worked harder. All of a sudden, he had a taste of success and he wanted more. And then just before the season, massive injury that cost him the year. It devastated the Raiders. It devastated them. There already was some things going on, but that injury devastated them. And I can tell you, he worked his tail off in rehab. Looked great in minicamp, in OTAs, but minicamp, he looked exceptionally well. I have zero concerns about him. I believe he's at 100. Everybody I speak to agrees with me. He is out to prove something. He could have went a lot of places and made more money. The Raiders believed in him. They picked him. They brought him into the league. He has something to prove. He took a prove-it deal, and he bet on himself. He bet on, I'm going to bank on Malcolm Koonce. I'm going to believe in Malcolm Koonce. I'm going to stand by himself. I love that. I love his mentality. First of all, he's a wonderful kid, but I love his mentality, his teachability. You've heard me say this saying many times. I love fat people, faithful, available, teachable. That is hard to find people like that. Malcolm Koonce, in the dictionary, when it says fat, should say, see Malcolm Koonce. Faithful, available, and teachable. The next is Eric Stokes. Came into the league in 21 and played like an all-pro for the Green Bay Packers. Suffers an injury. Has never been back to form. The Raiders got him at a very good price. But they believe he is finally healthy and able to go back to play like he did early in his career. Early in his career, he was an excellent corner in this league, okay? Hasn't been that in a couple of years. But they believe he's healthy and ready to go. Cornerback is the worst position group on this team. A healthy Stokes playing the way he played early in his career automatically upgrades this. Automatically upgrades it. It's a weak part of the team. And this guy, if he's playing like he did earlier in his career, and they think he is going to be a big, big deal. Next, Jakorian Bennett. Jakorian Bennett, first year, struggled. Year 2, played lights out till his injury. Again, like Stokes, like Koonce, they 100% expect him 100%. And Koonce and him were in OTAs and minicamp. If those two gentlemen are healthy and Stokes plays like he did early in his career, and Jakorian plays like he did last year when he was healthy, what is the worst part of the Raider team exponentially takes an upgrade. And they're better. They got some youth in there. Keep an eye on those young guns. But those two can step up and be immediate impact guys. Jakorian Bennett, this is a big year for him, a money year. This is his Michael Mayer year. He's got to step up and make it come to fruition in year 3. He's got to prove he can stay healthy, and he has to prove he can stay consistent, just like Michael Mayer. But Jakorian Bennett is a very, very big deal. Next, Raheem Mostert, and a Pro Bowl player, playing at an elite level over a sustained amount of time. 2024 was not a good year for him. Injured. Miami inexplicably let him leave. Don't get that. Don't understand that. He's healthy. And if he's healthy, you now put a Pro Bowl running back to back up Ashton Ginty. And then you have Sincere and Zamir, who both have proven their ability to play at the NFL level. They just have not proven it over a sustained amount of time. And now that running back room goes from good to great. Raheem healthy, playing like he played prior to 24, that Raider running back room, in my opinion, will be the deepest in the NFL in 2025 when the season's over, if Raheem is healthy and playing like he did. Raheem is a major deal to this team. An absolutely major deal. Next, and this is a big one, Christian Wilkins. I have told you that everyone I speak to expected him to be ready for the start of the season. I have heard nothing from anyone that has changed that expectation. I will tell you, I have heard before was, oh yeah, he'll be ready for the start of the season. Yep, he'll be ready for the start of the season. Now I'm hearing, yeah, I think he's going to be ready for the start of the season. They think it, but it's not a wham, oh, he'll be ready for the start of the season. It's everybody, oh, I think he will. They're still confident of it. It's just not exactly at the level of confidence I heard them earlier, but I still don't hear doubt. And I would tell you, I don't hear doubt over this. I've said this to you before. Let's go back and look at last year's Detroit Lions. Great football team, but I have said to you many times, the team that win the Super Bowl is not necessarily the best teams. It's the deepest teams because every team sustains injury. The Lions playing at a high level, lose Aiden Hutchinson, still playing at a high level. Then they lose their corners. Amik Robertson, the former Raider that the Raiders let go, which I am not as baffled as that as I am over Spillane, but certainly still shaking my head at. He was playing lights out for the Lions. I mean, lights out. Gets injured, and the Lions did not have the ability to sustain, and they lost. Depth. Depth did the Lions in. Look at Philly. Why did they make it? Depth. Philly had the depth, the deepest team in the NFL, and they were able to perform and win the Super Bowl. Not taking anything from them. That's a good football team, though. But you can't. Being a good football team doesn't mean you win Super Bowls. It's being a good football team with depth. It is a major deal. And to win in this league at a very high level, it requires depth. You can't have, I just named for you 5 players: Jakorian, Stokes, Mostert, Koonce, and Wilkins. I mean, those are 5 key parts of your roster. On a 53-man roster, that's pretty near 10% of your roster. You can't afford to start without 10% of your roster. Good night, Irene. It's a humongous deal. Now, the Raiders don't have the depth to go win a Super Bowl. Don't have it. But they can't afford too many losses, depth-wise, and get to 9. It's just the statement of fact. And so now this team is facing an issue with 5 key players that they believe will be healthy, and they need them to be healthy. Now, I'm going to make a statement that may surprise some of you. Christian Wilkins is an elite defensive tackle. He's elite. Let's give him credit. He's elite. But if he's not ready for the start of the season, defensive line is one of the deepest places on this team. The Raiders will be fine. They will be fine. So you want him healthy because he's elite, and you never have enough elite players. But you also are sitting there. Let's assume he's not. Let's say the season's coming and he's still going to be a month. You're not panicking. You're not panicking. There's a huge amount of depth. But you go over and look at Stokes and Jakorian, and those guys aren't healthy, and you're like, oh, weakest part of the team is now in worse shape. Depth is a huge issue. Issue number 4 is a massive issue, is making sure your team is healthy and making sure they're ready to go. And those 5 guys, Raheem Mostert, Eric Stokes, Jakorian Bennett, Christian Wilkins, Malcolm Koonce, 5 key cogs in the wheel. And I would make this argument, because of the depth at defensive tackle, I think Malcolm Koonce's health is even more important than Christian, because I think Malcolm can be a game changer. I believe Malcolm Koonce can absolutely be a game changer. A massive game changer. Stokes, if he's playing like he did early in his career, would be a game changer for this franchise. Jakorian Bennett, playing an entire year like he did when he was healthy last year. Huge game changer. That's 2 young corners who've both proven they can play at a high level in this league. Now you just flipped your weakest position on your team to a very positive position. You put a Pro Bowl running back who's healthy and playing like a Pro Bowler behind Ashton with Sincere and Jameer. Come on now. Come on now. Shoot this thing. It's a big deal. Raiders' health is a big issue, and that's our number 4th issue coming into camp, getting healthy to get competitive. Please follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, when you go to @HondoCarpenter, on IG and Threads when you go to @HondoSR, and as always, SI.com/NFL/Raiders for your very best coverage of your beloved Las Vegas Raiders. SI.com/NFL/Raiders. See you tomorrow.